Good morning, AM 860 and FM 95.1 KWPC. I'm Jordan Davis. Glad to have you this morning for Moving Forward, as always, brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water. Joining me in the studio this morning, Katie Sederstrom, the account manager at Team Staffing Solutions, Inc. She's joining us in the studio this morning. How are you, Katie?
I'm good. How are you, Jordan?
I'm doing very good. We're really glad to have you. And we just want to talk a little bit about what's going on this week here at Team Staffing. You're going to be open a little bit later than normal, and you're also going to be doing something with some Muscatine rocks.
Yes. Yep. So we've got a lot of fun things going on in the office right now. This Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday will be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. We typically close at 5, but we're going to stay open later just to see if there's people that typically don't get off until 5 now, if they would like to come in and meet with somebody after they get off work or whatever it is. We would like to have the opportunity for other people to come in that aren't typically available from the 8 to 5. We're also having our job fair Saturday from 9 a.m. to 12. So that'll be super fun. We'll have Mississippi Valley Regional Blood Center on site doing a blood drive as well. So we're really excited about that stuff. And we also, fair's coming up just at the end of the month, and we've hidden our team staffing rocks around Muscatine. And if somebody brings a rock in that they find, you'll be entered into a drawing for a pair of Mississippi Valley Fair fun cards. So
very nice, nice, and everybody's pretty excited about the Muscatine County Fair. No, that's for sure. I've been giving away tickets myself, not quite a bit this last week, and people are pretty excited about it. They're really looking forward to what's going to be going on. So let's talk about let's break down being open a little bit later. Like you mentioned, some people may not have the opportunity to come in during your normal hours because they are working an 8 to 5. So those people that are already working, who would you say you see more of? People that are unemployed, people that are just looking to find that next step up?
I would almost say 50-50.
50-50?
Yeah,
Okay.
we have a lot of people that are currently working. Like this morning, I interviewed a person who was, she's commuting to Davenport and she wants something closer. So there's a lot of times I have people that want to give a 2-week notice before they start their new position. And there's a large, maybe it's more 75-20. There's a large amount of people who are able to start work like ASAP. So it might be more unemployed, but we see both.
So what does that process look like from when somebody comes in? Do they bring in their resume to you, and then you kind of walk? Do you do an exam? You do it, not an exam. I'm sorry. You do an interview with them for just your own personal, just so that you know then where you're going to be a good fit, where can you go, that kind of thing?
Yeah, so we have a few different account managers. There's Alan, Brooke, Jenny, McWade, Mary Kirshner, Marcy, and also Emma is our recruiter. And so between all of us, we, are recruiting and bringing people in. When somebody applies online, we then set up their interview. So if you do have a resume, you can upload that when you're applying, or you can email it to us and we can upload it or whatnot. But yeah, we have a lot of people that come in for interviews, and we kind of try to fit them to what they're looking for. A lot of people that I bring in definitely are not for my openings, but I mean that's the awesome part about having so many different account managers with different clients, is that I can pass them off to other people I work with to help them out with their companies that they're trying to hire for.
So you work in finding people for certain jobs, rather than, you're not like, you don't have an entire list of every job opening around. There are other account managers that also have openings in specific things.
Yeah, so we share the list, like we update every morning any changes that we have, but typically I would say, like, as an account manager, my focus is on filling my positions. However, I don't roll like that, I guess. So I find anybody that wants to come in and bring them in and help them to whoever they want to go with. I did start as a recruiter at Team, and I'm not going to say like I don't like my job now, but I mean, I love being able to like just bring people in and give them to everybody. It was awesome. And I don't know, we don't all have an excessive amount of extra time on our plate, so I still like working as a team.
I see. That's really interesting now, because that is, that's kind of a whole different spectrum when you're working, when your job is to find other people jobs. That's kind of an interesting dynamic there, where you are working to help them find where there's going to be the next fit, because everybody's different, especially when it comes to finding that right job. Some people can work in a factory, some people certainly could physically, but it's just not their cup of tea otherwise.
Yeah.
it's I'm sure it's interesting sometimes finding the right fit for a lot of people.
Yeah, and we have a large variety. Like we do have some a lot of entry level labor or entry level general labor for people, and then I know like we had a safety manager opening for like $40 an hour. So you're literally like a range from $10 to $40 an hour that we're trying to fill, and like a lot of different stuff in between there, like maybe a shipping coordinator or an IT tech. Like it's totally random, tons of different positions, and so yeah, we don't just have stuff for one kind of person. Like the door is open for everybody.
Gotcha. Well, that's excellent. So, team staffing, what you guys are doing is you're finding the right fit for everybody so that they can move on to their next jobs, and that's really great. And it's obvious you're trying to make good matches too, so that's important. Let's talk about staying open a little bit later and then jump into this weekend, the job fair. So staying open a little bit later, it's going to give people the opportunity that can't come in because they've got their 8 to 5. You're going to be able to come in from 5 to 7 as well.
Yep.
So you're open from 7 o'clock in the morning all the way till 5 o'clock. Oh, it's 7. Gosh,
Yep.
why couldn't I couldn't get there? I just said that. So that's perfect. So people will be able to get in there and hopefully make that right connection.
Yeah.
And then the job fair. What's the job fair look like?
So that will be just strictly in our office. It'll be like no other companies are coming in. It'll be the openings that we have. And again, just trying to expand extra time for people that can't make it from 8 to 5 to come in and just apply for a job, sit down and talk to us. Like if you applied for a job like 2 weeks ago, we have a lot of people that came in 2 weeks ago. So if we didn't have like a good fit for you then and something new came up, like we try to remember everybody, but it's important for people to communicate and let us know they're still looking too.
Okay.
So like, for example, Jenny just got a new opening for a Billy clerk and it's second shift, and not a lot of clerical people want second shift. But like in my head this morning, I was like, oh, I interviewed this lady who wanted second shift because she doesn't do good for first shift. So like, yeah, it's hard to remember everybody though, but.
Gotcha. So is there like a season for when there's more job openings, less job openings? Like, is there, or is it just kind of up and down as the job market is fit?
So typically, I've heard, I've only worked at Team for 2 years, but I've heard that the winters are pretty slow, and I haven't seen a slow winter yet. It's been pretty I think consistent for the whole time I've been there with a lot of openings. So
you mentioned the on Saturday the job fair is just with Team.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so that'll just kind of be an open house. People can come in and okay, very cool.
Yep, and we have the blood drive too. So if anybody's wanting to donate blood, they can call me to schedule that. My phone number is 563-316-7639, or just walk in between 10 and 12.
Mm-hmm. And I know you're probably not the right person to ask because it's a blood drive, but it's important right now to get out and give blood because I remember I had some in from. The folks that are doing this blood drive, and they mentioned that it was low over the last year.
Yep.
So they need
Yep.
people to show up and give blood. It's important right now.
Yes, and they said especially during the summer months because a lot of their blood drives are for the school, like that they do at schools. So because school's out, June, July, August, like there's not a lot of people flowing in.
Mm-hmm.
Also, all the blood stays local. So if you you think like it doesn't matter, it really does matter.
Mm-hmm.
It stays like in the Muscatine, Quad City, Iowa City area.
Mm-hmm. You're saving lives right here.
Yeah.
And that's really what it is when you give blood. You're saving lives.
Yeah.
So, excellent. Well, we're really excited. And I know that we're going to be down there as well. We're going to be coming down for a remote, and we're pretty excited to come hang out with you guys as you're open for your little bit later. So we'll all get to see exactly what it looks like for you guys to be open a little bit later and see what kind of inflow you get for people looking for new jobs.
Yep, and we've kind of teamed up with Voice of Muscatine. We're doing the Sweatin' for School supplies this month. So if anybody would like to donate school supplies that also stay local, we have a drop-off at our office, 109 Lake Park Boulevard. Bring in some pens and pencils or paper or whatever
And
you got.
if I had my whole list in front of me, I'd read it off to you. We've got a long list of items. I can remember Fisker scissors, 3x5 index cards, backpacks, flash drives, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Pens and pencils, just like she said, there's just items that are needed. There's way more items now than you would have thought that students need to take to school. So that's important, and we appreciate you guys partnering up with us in United Way to make that happen because it's a big deal when students can go to school with the right supplies.
Absolutely.
And well, that's really exciting, and we're really glad to be partnering with you as well for Sweatin' for School supplies. We're excited to see it happen, and we're excited for the remote that's going to be coming up.
Me too.
We're glad to come. We're excited to come and hang out. Well, once again, this is Moving Forward. Joining me here in the studio, Katie Sederstrom, account manager at Team Staffing Solutions, Inc. here in Muscatine. Thanks for joining us, Katie.
Thank you, Jordan, for having me.
This has been Moving Forward on AM 860 and FM 95.1, KWPC, and the voice of Muscatine.com.